Jarvis is in New Orleans. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Jarvis.
Hey, David. It's a pleasure to speak with you. How you doing, sir?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Got a quick question. So I just recently got engaged.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. Me and my fiance kind of disagree on this one thing. Of course, we're going to get married sooner than later, but we're on baby step 2, and she's wanting to go on a honeymoon, and I don't think we should. And I was kind of hoping you could kind of give me some perspective on that, whether or not we should.
How much debt do you guys have?
Combined, it's about $120,000.
And what is your combined incomes after you're married?
Well, I make about $70,000, and she's currently unemployed, but she's on the market.
Okay. And so you said $170,000 in debt. How much did you say again?
No, $120,000 in debt.
$120,000 in debt. What is that?
Yeah. A big chunk of it is one of her student loans for like $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
I have a car, 401k loan, a bunch of stupid.
Yeah. And so what is her field? What will she be making when she gets a job?
Well, she has an MBA with a concentration in HR. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000 starting out.
I would hope that or more. Yeah. All right. And so you're going to be making like $120,000. How old are you guys?
I'm 30, and she's 28.
Okay, good. All right, and is there any help paying for the wedding? What's the wedding look like?
No, we're going to cash for that, and actually, that's another.
What are you spending on the wedding?
I to compromise on about $10,000.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good. And when are you projecting to get married?
I guess November of next year. See, I wanted to kind of go through December working my debt snowball because I got so fired up, and I just didn't want to really pause it. But I know we need to get married. There's no sense in putting it off any longer. So our original date was like November of next year because I wanted to get to December with the debt snowball and then start saving at the beginning of next year for the wedding.
So you're putting off 18 months?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Okay. All right, what I would do if I woke up in your all's shoes, when did she just graduated, you said?
No, she graduated about a year or so ago.
Why is she not working?
She had a job. She was miserable there, and we don't have any kids or anything like that. So I was like, if it's going to be a time for you to make a career shift, then now would be the time. So she just kind of quit her job so that she could spend more time on getting into something that she would, really wanted to do.
And how long has she been unemployed?
Since January of this year.
That's a long time.
All right.
Okay. She needs to find herself pretty quick and get reemployed because you guys have a mess and you have a wedding to plan. So the way I answer questions on this show, as you know, Jarvis, is what would I do if I woke up in your shoes if I was 30 and 28 and I had $120,000 in debt and I was making 70 and my future wife's going to be making 50 or 60 in the next month or so because she's about to get a dadgum job. I would put the debt snowball on hold and I would save up the $10,000 for the wedding. I would use $8,000 of it for the wedding and $2,000 of it for the honeymoon or something like that. But this idea that you do zero honeymoon while you're doing a $10,000 wedding doesn't make sense to me. I don't care if it's $12,000 or $11,000 that you save up, 10 for the wedding, 1 for the honeymoon. It doesn't have to be some kind of glorious thing. You do not have to go to Bora Bora for your freaking honeymoon. I mean, you can go around the corner and over the hill and go down to the Gulf Coast somewhere, and have a perfectly great honeymoon. It doesn't have to be super expensive. There's no correlation between the cost of the honeymoon and the success of the marriage. None whatsoever. So, but I think it is smart to budget some of this wedding experience for honeymoon. I don't care if it's $1,000. I don't care if it's $1,500. I don't care if you change your $10,000 budget to $10,500. I don't care what you do. But something in there. But we need to put a budget on the wedding and a budget on the honeymoon. The honeymoon, the more we spend on the honeymoon, the less we spend on the wedding, in other words. And then we crank that up and we do that as the very first thing. She gets the job. And as soon as that's budgeted and done, I'm getting married if I was in your shoes. I'm not waiting 18 months and, paying off all this debt. You get married, come home, pay off the debt. I mean, you're going to be making $120. You can pay it off in 2 years. If you're completely focused on it. Zero honeymoon is a bad play on your part. Even if it's $500, to go around the corner and over the hill to Pensacola or something, and you drive over there and you rent, the Hampton Inn. You don't have to spend a ton of money. I mean, really, it's not a big thing to spend you don't have to go to an all-inclusive in Jamaica to be officially married. It's not required. So anyway, that's what I would do if I woke up in your shoes. I would put something in there, and I would move that to the front of the line. And the faster she gets employed, the faster we get to that goal. And that's how I would do it.